All right, for the very first task of graphics, it's to create a vectorized picture. And it's a key component during the edX exams where they would ask you to create a logo based on vectors. And this activity called using shapes and lines, they asked us to use shapes and lines to create our own version of the penguin graphic shown in figure 16.7, which is something like this. And then the next question asks us to create a logo for an ice cream company using shapes and lines. You can try to create anything with that one later on, but let's focus on figure 16.7 first. Now, 16.7 can be slightly challenging, but pretty simple. So we're gonna try recreate this, and this textbook has given us some ideas and some shapes that we could use to create this penguin. So let's go and create a very big kind of circle first for the shape of that penguin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a rounded oval with this little shape right in the middle, and I can adjust that in Microsoft Word. That will be some bigger body. And the second one I would use will be a smaller circle by just putting this and put it at the top of the penguin. Now you can see that this penguin does not have any kind of border lines as much as I can. So in order to prevent that, I'm just going to make sure that the outline is selected with no outline so that there is no kind of a line right here for this penguin's face. All right, the next thing I can do is to put in this shape for the eyes itself, but I'm going to use a very small circle, maybe with an outline for the eyes, very small one, a very small circle right here. You'll be able to see that that is there. And I want to create the same size of this. I'm just going to copy and paste or right click, copy, right click, paste. And then I put the eye somewhere over here to create a very small circle shape of the eye. After doing so, and you can compare that this is like a quarter kind of circle or third quarter kind of circle to do the shape of the eye. Let's see, we can do so by doing this little pie shape, and then we can create that and put this inside of the eye. Now, if any cases that your design is too small, you can zoom in at the bottom right so that you can have more better control with the eyes shape. So I can do is that I want to make this outline in white color to show that this is a pie shape kind of design for the eye. What I'll do for the other side of the eye is come copy and then paste and then adjust that to this side. Now, you can see that this one right here, that selection pane is there. This helps me to arrange and adjust the layer tool based on whatever I created. And to create this little shape, I can just simply select, insert, and I do this triangle icon. All right, the triangle icon is yellow in color based on the textbook design, but let me just change that to orange maybe, so that is something you leave mind. And I can do this rotation tool and drag it right over here so that it matches exactly what the requirement wants me. And then something like that for a face. I'm basically done with that. Now, I'm just going to zoom out right now so that I can start doing the body. And I'm going to focus on two of the arms right here with the longer triangle. So what I can do is just use a little bit of a shape and make sure I use the triangle as well. This one was here. I'm going to rotate that to make sure the arms looks like this. And then I'm going to also copy and paste this one, making sure that this is about the same position and size on the right side of the arm. I'm basically done with that. And now I can use a little bigger shape to create a little big body of the penguin. And then I can do so by creating another big circle. And I'm just going to change this to a gray color. a little bit body, okay? And then here, very simple, small to oval shape for the feet. And I can just create this circle here. And then just gonna copy and paste and adjust it over there. Once it's done, okay, whether or not it is pretty or not pretty, as long as we meet up with the requirement, we are done with our penguin. Now, before we actually begin, we can actually select the whole thing by selection pane right here, okay? If your selection pane is not existing over on the right side of the screen, you can actually go to shape and just click selection pane. That will help you to choose every single picture that you have. And for me, I select from the top to the bottom and then hold shift so that everything is selected, or you can just drag the entire selection pane and then everything will be selected and highlighted for you. And if you want to group this as one image, we can actually go and right click and select group. So this whole thing will be a one single image in which you can resize and do whatever that you need without even changing the size. All of them will be resized together. So once this being grouped, it will be one image. All right, then we have actually completed our very first task for graphics. And the second task is up to you to complete. So I'm going to challenge you how do you use shape to create an ice cream company using only shapes and line. Hope this video helps. And once you finish, do screenshot this and put this into your Padlet. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.